Professions in a super high demand in Norway now, with positions starting from developers all the way to CEO, but don't speak Norwegian yet. It's relatively easy to find a job in this particular industry. Absolutely the highest demand job in Norway today. Norway can be a really good place to start your career. Did you know that Norway is a hub with excellent professional opportunities for some of the most lucrative careers? Yes, you can certainly find some amazing job opportunities in Norway. And today, let's discover together if Norway is the right country to look for a job for you, or it might be a perfect study abroad destination for you. Let's dive in. Hi my friends, I'm Anna and I spent 3 years in Norway living and working. I will try to cover as much as possible in this video, but if you still have some specific questions to ask me, please send me an email and let's schedule a private consultation. I'll be so happy to help you with your particular unique situation. Job opportunities in Norway, or let's begin. Velkommen til Norge, which means welcome to Norway. This Nordic country is a part of Scandinavian region and it's known as one of the most mountainous countries in Europe. Means it has so many mountains. Gifted with good resources and one of the most advanced democracies of our time, Norway is one of premier nations in the world today. Therefore, it comes with no surprise that you would love to take part in the Festival of Equality and Democracy. And today I prepared specially for you a list of top 10 most lucrative jobs opportunities in Norway, and I have also divided them into unique criteria, making sure that at least one of those criteria will be to your liking. So without any further discussion, here we have 10 best job opportunities in Norway in 2023, especially for you. Number 1, and IT. IT jobs opportunities in Norway are extremely lucrative, with positions starting from developers all the way to CEO. However, like all jobs for foreigners in Norway, the deciding factor comes down to knowing Norwegian. If you do know the language, it's going to be relatively easy for you to secure work in IT sector in Norway. Due to the IT skills shortage, there is a high demand for IT professionals across many industries in Norway. Some common IT jobs in Norway in demand include developer, programmer or project manager roles. The average annual salary you can expect from this position in Norway would be around 750,000 Norwegian krona, which is about $90,000 US. Getting an IT job in Norway also carries an additional advantage of being a remote online job as well. So this is ideal if you would like to explore this beautiful country while working. Number 2, and biotechnology. Norway has one of the most developed in the world biotechnology sectors, and they're all centered around the beautiful city of Oslo, the capital of Norway. Unlike in the IT field in Norway, biotechnology job opportunities do not have a Norwegian language bias, making it an ideal job opportunity for those of you guys who love Norway but don't speak Norwegian yet. There is also a relatively high demand for biotech. As it is an expanding vertical, the average annual salary you can expect here would be between 823,000 Norwegian krona and 1,290,000 Norwegian krona, which is in US dollars equivalent to the range between $82,000 and $127,000. Number 3, and civil engineering. The construction industry in Norway is close to $100 billion US, and its growth seems all but assured in the nearest future. Consequently, there is a high demand for qualified civil engineers in the nation, and the pay here is lucrative as well. Here you can expect your average annual salary to be very close to 560,000 Norwegian krona, which is equivalent to $55,000 US per year. However, the majority of civil engineers here in Norway are more hands-on than in the other nations. And similar with the IT sector, it's required to speak Norwegian here, but not officially. Number 4, and mechanical engineering. There is a large demand for mechanical engineers here in Norway. The mechanical engineering job opportunities in Norway are typically for freshers. Considering that Norway is one of the most industrialized nations on earth, this demand is far from being met. Therefore, it's relatively easy to find a job in this particular industry and at the same time brush up on your Norwegian speaking skills. This will definitely improve your future prospects in the industry. The average annual salary you should expect to earn in this job is between 251,000 Norwegian krona and 867,000 Norwegian krona, which is in the US dollars equivalent to the range from 25,000 to 86,000 US dollars per year. Number 5, and legal jobs. Not because they're legal, they're all legal. It's because they're actually legal. So as for today, 2023, one of the most high-paying jobs in Norway are still those of lawyers and judges. The selection criteria for those job opportunities in Norway is quite straightforward, but they're far not so easy to get. A candidate for a legal job in Norway from a non-European country should apply to the Supervisory Council for Legal Practice, and only upon meeting certain conditions and criteria will they be granted of a working title of advocate. Only after getting this working title, the individuals are free to practice law in Norway. This job usually pays very well and offers a certain amount of dignity. However, choosing this profession is usually a long-term commitment. So you will need to have long-term plans for settlement in Norway. Legal jobs in Norway pay an average a year from 51,000 US dollars to 176,000 US dollars. Number 6, and surprise, surprise, chefs. Believe it or not, but chefs not only in high demand in Norway, but this profession pays quite well too. To work as a professional chef in Norway, you don't really need to have any working knowledge of Norwegian as long as your credentials are good. Therefore, the candidates from all over the world, from every country, can apply. The average annual salary as a chef in Norway will be from 25,000 to 55,000 US dollars. Number 7, and teacher or professor. Norway really values teachers and they're afforded respect and difference within the Norwegian community. Moreover, in 2023, there is a huge demand for teachers in Norway. Again, being a college professor is not just quite prestigious, it's also well paid. School-level teachers earn a little bit less, but also the requirements for being a school teacher are considerably less than those for being a professor. Average annual salary for a teacher in Norway from 21,000 to 70,000 US dollars. However, for a college professor, the pay is nearly 80,000 US dollars per year. And let's put it in block number 8. Highest paying job opportunities in Norway in 2023. Quite simply, the medical profession pays the most in Norway. A surgeon or a doctor in Norway earns on average from 60,000 to 270,000 US dollars per year. In fact, being a dentist or especially an orthodontist pays extremely well in Norway. In this profession, again, there is a less bias for those who do not know Norwegian. But the pressure from the competition is insane. After all, who doesn't want to practice medicine in one of the safest, richest and most transparent nations in the world? Judges in Norway earn high salaries because of the responsibility they hold. They earn anywhere between 87,000 to 300,000 US dollars per year. Wants to be a judge in Norway? Lawyers are definitely next on this list. They earn a modest amount between 70,000 and 245,000 US dollars per year. Bank managers who are in charge for millions of funds and investment, which is why they earn somewhere between 67 and 230,000 US dollars per year here in Norway. Yes, in 2023. I put in block number 9 most in-demand jobs in Norway right now in 2023. Nursing is absolutely the highest demand job in Norway today, and it usually pays anywhere between 21,000 and 75,000 US dollars per year. Additionally, pharmacists, HVAC engineers and railway engineers are professions in a super high demand in Norway now. These jobs have very high conversion rate and there is no limits whatsoever to who can apply. I mean, everyone from anywhere in the world. Though several jobs require from the applicant to speak Norwegian, this bias is inversely proportional to the demand for the job. So for those of you who have a relevant degree for the jobs mentioned in this video, but do not possess any heavy knowledge of Norwegian language, Norway can be a really good place to start your career. Our block number 10 for today, and some part-time high in-demand opportunities in Norway now in 2023. One of the best way to earn money and practice your Norwegian at the same time is by taking a part-time job as an international student. While getting a job in Norway might seem difficult, but there is no paucity of part-time jobs in Norway. From being a dog walker to a taxi driver and to providing elder care, there are multiple part-time professions that Norway has to offer. However, students must know that there are some restrictions on how much they can work, how many hours per week besides being a full-time student. All the students who have study permit also have permission to work part-time, but a student resident permit doesn't cover the right to take a full employment in Norway. Good news for European students here, you don't need any work permit. You can start working in Norway right away after you register with the police. Non-European students can work up to 20 hours per week during the first year of their study. To renew their work permit, the students need to have satisfactory progress in their studies. Let's sum up what we learned today about getting a job in Norway in 2023. But first of all, did you know that Norway is one of the founding nations of the United Nations in 1945? Some jobs will require you to speak Norwegian, and it's always the best to learn some basics to communicate effectively with natives. Always check the minimum work hours and the work permit. Choose the job in Norway which best reflects your interests, so you will enjoy your stay and your work here. Surgeons, doctors and judges are some of the highest paying jobs in Norway. In Norway, nursing is the highest in-demand job in 2023. Thank you so much for being with me today, my friends. By the way, what makes you move to Norway and which job you would consider for yourself? Please let me know in the comments down below. Any additional questions, specific questions, please drop me a direct email. I will be happy to have a private consultation with you. For now, thanks for watching once again. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and I will see you in my next videos. Bye for now. Bye.